Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 74 of What If Naruto Went Dark. Unfortunately, this is the end, guys. The end of the series. I hope you guys have enjoyed the journey and enjoy listening to it. And thank you all for your support. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. So to do a bit of a recap, Sasuke was brought back by Jugo as he used his own life force to bring Sasuke back, as Sasuke have a near-death experience. He talked to the Sage of the Sixth Path and he also got the Rinnegan. With Naruto, he went inside of the statue's mouth as he was absorbing it from inside. He then went to another world with nothing but white, where he met Kaguya in the last episode, and they had a nice talk. You guys can go ahead and check it out if you haven't yet. Madara realized what Naruto was doing, so he rushed over to absorb the statue and rightfully gain the power of the Sage of the Sixth Path. So let's start this new episode. So, all of the Wave Ninjas, they all were at the barrier as the Gedo statue was inside, as he was shaking and making a lot of noise. As Karen put her hand on the barrier, "I feel something coming," she said, as she couldn't tell the chakra signature because of the barrier. As a white hand pushed right through it, she then realized the chakra signature. "Damn it, it's Madara! Get back!" As all of them jumped back, as Madara slipped right out through the barrier. As he started to laugh insanely. "Do you see me now?" he yelled with a wicked smile. "Madara is now the Jinchuriki of the 10th tail." "Impossible," muttered Kurama. "There is no way possible that you can do such a thing." "Oh, that is where you're wrong. Once I entered inside of the demonic statue, I used my sealing jutsu, 6-part 10-tail coffin seal. It was specifically made to seal the 10-tail, and I sealed it inside of me," said Madara. That means Naruto got absorbed as well," Kurama muttered as tears ran out of her eye. "No," said Karin. "I believe that Naruto is still alive, getting everyone's attention. There is a massive amount of chakra on the other side of that barrier. I guess that it's Naruto." "Okay, I guess I'll just absorb him," Madara said as he turned to the barrier. He quickly moved out of the way when a line of kunai with explosion tags attached to it was sent after him, as everyone also jumped out of the way. "I can't let you do that," said Sasuke, who glared up at Madara, who was now floating in the air. "Naruto is still alive, and I won't let you hurt him." "Sasuke!" shouted Sakura as she ran straight up to him. He turned and looked at her. "Don't come any closer, Sakura. I know that you're glad to see me, and I'm glad to see you as well. But the situation is dangerous right now, and I do not want you to get hurt. So, do you plan on battling me by yourself?" asked Madara as he started to laugh. "How funny. Do you really think that you can defeat me? I have the power of the Rinnegan, all the tailed beasts. You cannot win. It's impossible." "I don't have to win against you," said Sasuke, making Madara look down in confusion. "All I have to do is wait. Wait until Naruto finished what he's doing. inside of the barrier. Oh, a stalling game. I see, said Madara. Let's see if you will live long enough to complete your goal. I shall, said Sasuke, as the Susanoo surrounded him. Madara then commanded two of his truth-seeking orbs to dash towards Sasuke. Sasuke dodged them as he dashed forward. You cannot get away from these things so easily, yelled Madara as the orbs are still following behind Sasuke. Sasuke flashed his eyes down to Madara and whispered Amaterasu. Madara quickly took a hard right and moved out of the way as black flames appear where he once was. He then used the Truth Seeker orbs. Go! Shouted Madara as he formed one of his orbs into a spear. It flew towards Sasuke at an insane speed, but Sasuke anticipated the attack and flew towards the left, dodging the spear. Chidori! Yelled Sasuke as the Susanoo hands were both covered in lightning. He dropped down to Madara's position in the air, ready to impale him. Pathetic, stated Madara as he made the shield with his Truth Seeker orbs, successfully blocking Sasuke. With your strength, you will never be able to break through my orbs, said Madara with a smirk. Like I care, Sasuke said, as his Susanoo gained a black sword made of the Amaterasu flames. Good control over the Amaterasu. It shows your strength, but it still won't be enough to beat me, stated Madara as he rushed through some hand signs. Sasuke snapped his head upwards as he saw a giant meteor coming down at him. As he threw the black flames towards Madara, who uses Truth Seeker orbs to block the attack. His Susanoo then gained a bow as it pulled back pure lightning infused with the Amaterasu flames. As he fired it, as it slammed right into the meteor as it exploded, as stone debris, everything fall from the sky. As Sasuke jumped back out of all the meteors falling down towards the ground, as he deactivated his Susanoo and catched his breath. Well, good job stopping the meteor, said a voice behind him as he was kicked down to the ground. As Madara stepped on him, Sasuke quickly flipped over and kicked after Madara, who flew up in the air. Lucky hit, said Sasuke as he jumped up towards Madara. Madara quickly ran through some hand signs. Lightning rays of destruction as purple lightning came from his arms and shot down as Sasuke quickly activated Susanoo around him. As the technique clashed on his Susanoo, you forget I have the Rinnegan now, said Sasuke as he absorbed the technique, adding the chakra to his already large reserve. You're going to have to do better than that. No problem, said Madara as he quickly ran through another set of hand signs. Fire style, divine destruction, as he rained fire down from the sky as Sasuke quickly flipped back as he once again absorbed the attack. Sasuke wondered why did Madara do this. This was not smart. He already knew that Sasuke could absorb. Sasuke then saw 5 other Madaras as he was confused. They were like shadows. He wasn't seeing it with his ordinary eye, but he was seeing it with the Rinnegan. What's going on? He muttered as he squinted his eye. 2 of the Madaras rushed towards him. He raised the Susanoo arms, which they caught with ease. The other 2 then rushed down towards him and kicked the Susanoo right in the front, with Sage in ants kicks. Damn, said Sasuke as he was hit back down, closer to the ground. As Madara pointed his hands at Sasuke as he released a small beam of light as it cut right through a giant boulder. Sasuke quickly jumped back as he saw the shadow Madara coming towards him. He then ready and prepared himself as he said Amaterasu. The shadow Madara was engulfed in pure black flames as He died down because the flames weren't going out. That's one, said Sasuke, as he kept on dodging the small but deadly laser that Madara was shooting at him. As he then turned, he felt a large chakra spike coming from the barrier. He would be out soon, said Sasuke, as he kept on dodging each and every attacks. So it went on like this for a couple of minutes, as Sasuke was able to defeat the other shadow Madaras. As the real Madara was in the air watching everything, as he saw Sasuke, as Sasuke panted a little, as he then floated down. I won, said Madara. Because of the fight with my other self, you have wasted a lot of your chakra. You mean I won, said Sasuke, as this statement confused Madara. What are you talking about, stated Madara, as Sasuke turned and saw the barrier cracking. As the barrier, cracks was all over it. As he said, you're Naruto's problem now. As Kurama watched, the barrier started to crack as all of the Wade ninjas appear at her side. What is going on, she said, as she felt a pain on her shoulder. The mate mark, was glowing dangerously. What is going on? As she dropped on her knees, as Guren rushed over to Kurama, as she saw the mark change. It wasn't the kanji for 9 anymore. It changed into the kanji for 10. He is changed, said Kurama as she took in a deep breath. As the barrier then exploded, as dust and demonic ki was everywhere. What is that? Minato whispered, as he felt the ki that chilled him to the bone. Kushina and the other cages also felt the same ki, wondering the same thing. It must be Naruto, whispered Mai, as she knew that Naruto is all riled up now. Madara's eyes squinted as he made out a silhouette in the dust cloud, floating. So you return, Madara said, as he looked at the shadow. Sasuke looked up at the shadow as it slowly lowered itself down onto the ground. Naruto, is that you? Asked Sasuke as he reached out to the approaching shadow. Yeah, I'm glad you're alive, Uchiha, said Naruto as he stepped out of the smoke cloud. Naruto now had on a long white robe, as his arms were hidden among the sleeves. 10 black truth-seeking orbs were behind him. His tails were the most notable thing that changed. They all grew in length, and he now had 10 of them. Naruto walked up to Sasuke with his eyes closed. You've done well. You have gotten stronger. Yeah, but I guess that now is the time where you show out and make my power look like child's play, Sasuke said with a smile. Correct again, said Naruto as he opened his eyes. Madara's own eyes almost shot out of his head when he looked at Naruto. No, there is no way possible, muttered Madara as he stared at Naruto. I feel so complete, muttered Naruto as he stretched out his arms. I feel that peace. The voices in my head are all completely gone. I feel like I have perfect control. Control? Control over what? Sasuke asked. My sanity, said Naruto as he faced Madara with his new Renin Sharingan eyes. The eyes of the Ten-Tail? Said Madara in fear. He really wasn't expecting this to happen, for the boy to awaken the Ten-Tail eyes in both of his eyes. He wasn't expecting this. This power was unbelievable. I will leave you to it then, said Sasuke as he took a couple steps back. Naruto then started to walk up to Madara. Madara then commanded all of his truth-seeking orbs to attack Naruto. As Naruto looked down on the ground, looking at both of his hands. The first thing he did, as he caught 2 of them, he then used his tails to catch the rest. As Madara realized that the balls are not coming back towards him, Naruto grabbed them and he weren't letting them go. As the balls suddenly start to fade away and the power start to flow into Naruto. Impossible, said Madara. You are able to touch them and also absorb them that easily? As he couldn't understand how the hell was this happening. Nothing is impossible now, muttered Naruto as Madara started to sweat. I am invincible, said Naruto. As Naruto vanished, as Madara suddenly felt pain in his stomach as he was sent flying back, Naruto then appeared behind him and stretched out his hand as his hand slammed right into Madara's back. Naruto then wrapped his tails around him and spin him in the air and threw him straight towards the ground and sent two of his truth-seeking orbs as they made contact and a huge explosion. As Madara slowly picked up himself as Naruto's truth-seeker orbs come back to him, Naruto then blurred out of vision as he instantly appeared in front of Madara, making Madara sweat. Before Madara could do anything, Naruto used the back of his hand and slapped him across the face as he was sent crashing down to the ground. Naruto then opened a small black portal and slipped inside of it. He then appeared right behind Madara, stopping him as he grabbed Madara by the back of the neck and slammed his face down into the ground. Madara quickly flinged back his hand to hit Naruto, but Naruto moved instantly. As Madara slowly got back off the ground, he started to cough up a lot of blood as he realized that every time that Naruto touched him, he has been draining his chakra. He quickly ran through some hand signs, fire style. Fire extinction, he said as he let out a massive flow of fire wave. Naruto stood there as he didn't move from his spot, as all of the power flowed right into his body as Madara cursed at himself. Damn it, he said, as Naruto wasn't getting hurt by any of his attacks. Naruto then appeared in front of him again and placed his hands on his forehead as Madara quickly jumped back, realized that Naruto absorbed a lot of chakra out of him again. As this kid, he couldn't stand it. How was this kid treating him like some kind of infant? He is Madara Uchiha, the person who will place a genjutsu on this world. As Madara then ripped off the horn thing on his head, showing the split, it then opened up to show the Renni Sharingan. You think you've won? Said Madara. There is no beating Uchiha Madara. As Naruto looked around to see about a dozen Limbo Madaras. So, you guys really want to fight me, said Naruto, as the real Madara flew back in the air. As the 12 of them rushed at Naruto, Naruto smiled as he rushed forward, as his tail grabbed onto most of them as they hold onto limbs, their head, hand, feet, and pull them apart like they were nothing, ripping them to shreds as Naruto used his bare hand, grabbing the Madara in front of him and just breaking his neck on contact, as Naruto finished all of the Shadow Madaras quickly, as a real Madara couldn't believe it. Not even Sasuke was able to defeat his shadow so quickly, and know that there is more than what he created to fight Sasuke. This kid was just unbelievable. No, no, no! Madara cursed at himself. It's not gonna end like this, as he was enraged in pure anger. Madara then created some more Truth Seeker orbs as they started to twist as a sword was made out of them. This is a sword of Naniboko. The Sage of Six Paths used this sword to create the earth and made it how he wanted. With this, I am unstoppable, he said as he charged forward at Naruto. Madara charged forward with top speed as Naruto turned his head and waited for Madara to come. You're mocking me, brat? Now you die, he said as he came back with a swipe. But he was dumbstruck when Naruto grabbed it. Naruto simply grabbed the sword and turned it and bent it as Madara let go of the hilt. That swipe was to slice him in half, but he held on to the blade. As Madara was speechless, he couldn't believe it. He then looked down at his hands as Naruto grabbed the sword and started to absorb it. A few seconds ago, he had the most powerful sword in the world, but now it is gone. Madara then looked up at the moon. I can still win. I can still win, he said as he flew towards the moon. Stop, Naruto muttered as Madara then froze. Naruto then flew up to him as he looked Madara in the eyes with his deadly Rennish Sharingan, glowing red. Madara was sweating bullets as he was scared. He couldn't move his body at all. What was going on? He couldn't believe it. I have manipulated the gravity around you, so you won't be able to move or get out of this, Naruto said as he placed his hand on Madara's shoulder. Naruto then took off his wave headband to reveal the own slit on his forehead as it opened up to reveal a third eye, making Madara even more scared for his life. You have been a nuisance to me. I want you out of this world, out of my life, Naruto said as he still held on to the still frozen Madara. These new eyes have a special ability. It allows me to close your chakra pathway permanently, Naruto whispered to Madara. I have the ability to end the shinobi's career without killing them, Naruto whispered. No, Madara managed to whisper it out as Madara realized almost 100 years of planning and work wasted as a small tear ran out of his eye and ran down to his cheek and dropped to the ground. You have nothing to say, nothing at all, Naruto asked as Madara was unable to speak at the moment. All this time wasted, hatred and anger took over him and he wanted this so badly, but in the end he failed. Madara's eyes then changed back into the normal three-totem Sharingan as his third eye closed up. Yes, you lose, said Naruto, and I don't want you to look at me with those cursed eyes anymore as his eyes changed to the two-totem, then the one-totem, then back to his black eyes. As his skin started to turn wrinkly and his ear turned white. Die, said Naruto, as Madara's body floated down to the ground and dropped as Karin realized that he is dead. It can't be. It can't be, said Suigetsu. Did we just win? We did it! We did it! We crushed that Uchiha, said the Wave Ninjas as they cheer on. Seems they really did it, said Oniki as Maiden smiled. I told you all that with Naruto, we wouldn't lose this war. Naruto then floated back down to the ground as Kurama hugged him as she said, we did it, Naruto. Well, you did it. You saved the world. As Naruto then smiled as Kurama said, I wish that Fu was here to see it. They will all be, Naruto said as he took a deep breath as his Rennish Sharingan started to glow. Outer Path Samsara of Heavenly Light technique as the King of Hell rose up out of the ground. What are you doing, Naruto? Bringing them all back, Naruto said as green light shot out from the King of Hell's mouth, flowing into everyone's body as they all started to wake up. Fu, said Yakumo as she rushed over and cradled her head as everyone started to wake up and got off the ground. Killer Bee, everyone started to wake up. Are you going to be alright? Kurama asked Naruto. As he wasn't talking, he then fell over and dropped on the ground. As she rushed over, he had a smile on his face. Don't worry, he whispered. I'm not dead, I'm alright. I am just getting used to my new power. With over time, I will know how to use them expertly, he said, as Kurama hugged him and kissed him. As both Sasuke and Sakura came over to Naruto, as Sakura hugged him closely. Good job, she whispered, knowing that this might be one of the last times she see him. As Sasuke then gave him a fist bump, as he said goodbye to them. All of the wave ninjas surround Naruto, and Naruto picked them up as he flew off. Days later, everything was getting back to normal, as Orochimaru was in an unknown area as he was running. I am coming for you, said a voice as Naruto flew through the air. Orochimaru then stopped as he started to sweat. He finally gained the reanimation body and become fully immortal. But with Naruto, he wouldn't survive for long. As Naruto stopped him, Naruto placed a hand on Orochimaru's chest as seals started to erupt around him and golden chains grabbed onto him tightly as the ground suddenly broke open and they pulled him underneath. That's what you get, Naruto said as he smirked. As things happened, Naruto handed over the control to Zabuza as Zabuza became the new leader of Wave as Naruto and Kurama went to the demon world where they spent out their remaining times. As he got what he wanted, the happy ending in the last part. And yeah guys, this is the end of the story. Thank you for following me and enjoying the journey so far, if you have. And this is the last time you're hearing me say, what if Naruto went dark? So yeah, I'm out for now guys. Peace, 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 peace.